A woman walked into Applebee's and ordered a margarita. The waitress asked for ID. The woman handed over a driver's license. It was the waitress's own license, stolen a month earlier. Instead of a margarita, the waitress brought cops. The thief got arrested while holding a menu. This actually happened. 2013, Applebee's. Somewhere in America where the lighting is always slightly too dim and the 2-for-1 appetizers are always calling. A 26-year-old woman sat down in a booth, scanned the laminated drink menu, and decided she needed a margarita. Not an unreasonable choice. Applebee's margaritas won't change your life, but they're cold and contain alcohol, the two essential requirements for casual dining beverage decisions. She signaled her waitress. Brianna Pretty walked over, notepad ready, smile professional, working her shift, taking orders, living the dream of American food service. The woman ordered her margarita with the confidence of someone who'd done this before, someone who understood the transaction. You want alcohol, you show ID, you get drink. Simple, transactional, foolproof. Can I see your ID? Brianna asked. Standard protocol for anyone who looks under 40. You want the strawberry lime premium whatever, you prove you're 21 first. The woman reached into her purse without hesitation, pulled out a driver's license, and handed it over like she was paying for groceries. No nervousness, no second thoughts, no awareness that she was about to create the most efficient stolen property recovery in restaurant history. Brianna took the license, glanced at the photo, looked at the name. Her brain stuttered, looked again, processed the information in slow-motion stages while her face maintained professional server neutrality. This was her license, her actual driver's license with her actual face on it. The one stolen a month ago, along with her wallet, credit cards, and other personal items in a theft she'd reported and mostly forgotten about. Her name, her address, her date of birth, her DMV photo where she looked slightly annoyed because everyone looks slightly annoyed at the DMV. All of it sitting in her hand, presented casually by the woman who'd apparently stolen it, who was now using it to order alcohol at Brianna's workplace, during Brianna's shift, in Brianna's section. The woman sat there, waiting, probably wondering why this was taking so long. Had no idea she'd just handed stolen identification directly to the victim like she was returning a borrowed book. This wasn't a calculated risk. This was accidentally playing GTA Online and spawning directly in front of the cop you just robbed. The statistical improbability alone deserves recognition. Thousands of Applebee's locations across America. Millions of possible victims. Hundreds of thousands of waitresses. This woman had walked into the exact restaurant where the owner of her stolen ID worked, sat in that specific person's section, ordered alcohol requiring identification, and confidently presented the evidence without checking literally anything first. Every variable had aligned to create perfect cosmic justice with mozzarella sticks on the side. Brianna did not bring a margarita. Brianna brought police. She walked to the back, called the cops, explained the situation in a tone that probably communicated both disbelief and professional vindication. Officers arrived while the woman was still sitting comfortably in the booth, possibly reviewing the rest of the menu, definitely not understanding why her drink order was taking this long. 2 officers approached the table, asked questions. The woman's story disintegrated immediately because she was literally holding Brianna's driver's license. While Brianna stood 3 feet away confirming, yes, that's mine, that's my face, that was stolen from me last month. The explanation options were severely limited. She'd found it, coincidentally at the Applebee's where the owner worked. Someone gave it to her, someone who looked exactly like the photo and had the same name. The arrest was textbook simple. The evidence in the suspect's hand. The witness standing right there. The victim, also the witness. The crime, self-reported through ordering alcohol. Officers didn't need to investigate, canvass the neighborhood, or review surveillance footage. The criminal had delivered herself, the stolen property, and a complete confession through pure presence. She'd solved her own case. This is the law enforcement equivalent of someone calling the police to report they're committing a crime right now. Brianna got her license back. The woman got handcuffs and a ride to the police station instead of her strawberry lime premium margarita. The entire interaction from "Can I see your ID" to "You're under arrest" lasted maybe 5 minutes. Applebee's has seen faster appetizer delivery. The original theft had happened a month earlier. Someone had stolen Brianna's wallet containing her license, credit cards, and about $40 in cash. She'd reported it to police, filed the paperwork, canceled her cards, got a replacement license from the DMV, moved on with her life assuming she'd never see the original again because stolen IDs don't typically return themselves via casual dining establishments. Then this woman walked in and personally delivered it back during happy hour like the world's worst food delivery service. What makes this catastrophically stupid is the confidence. The thief didn't scout the restaurant first, didn't ask who was working, didn't consider that using stolen identification in public spaces where the victim might be present carries certain risks. She walked into an Applebee's, sat down in a booth, and deployed her stolen ID without apparent concern. The logic was bulletproof. They need to see identification for alcohol. I possess identification. Therefore, I show identification. The minor detail that said identification belonged to the person serving her apparently didn't factor into the decision tree. This is like shoplifting someone's jacket, then wearing it to their birthday party. It's like stealing someone's car, then parking it in their driveway. It's like, actually, there's no good comparison because most criminals understand you don't return to the victim. This woman had created a scenario where the only possible outcome was immediate arrest. Restaurant staff check hundreds of IDs. They verify dates. They match photos to faces. They hand them back. They move on. It's muscle memory. They don't expect to see their own identification presented by the stranger who stole it while they're trying to sell artichoke dip. Brianna had probably checked dozens of licenses that shift before this one appeared. Smile. Every other ID, legitimate. Random college kids proving they're 21. This one ID, felony theft and instant karma. The woman's fundamental mistake was treating stolen property like it was hers. She'd apparently been using Brianna's license successfully elsewhere. Stores, bars, other restaurants. Each successful use had built confidence. Why would this time be different? Because this time, she'd accidentally walked into a cosmic trap baited with discount margaritas and coincidence. Police didn't need complex investigation, didn't need witness statements, didn't need forensic analysis or fingerprint matching. They needed Brianna to point and say, "That's mine," and the case was closed. The investigation lasted approximately 30 seconds. The arrest took longer than solving the crime. The woman had compressed the entire criminal justice process into a single Applebee's transaction. Efficient. The charges included theft and possession of stolen property, possibly identity theft depending on how she'd been using it. The evidence was the license still in her possession when officers arrived. The victim was standing there explaining the theft. The defense options, completely non-existent. She could claim she found it, but that doesn't explain using it. She could claim someone gave it to her, but that makes her an accomplice. She could claim it was actually hers, but the real owner was right there with her replacement license. Every explanation led to guilty. The margarita was never delivered. The woman never tasted whatever pre-mixed citrus tequila combination Applebee's calls premium. She got arrested on an empty stomach with zero alcohol to justify her decision. The cost-benefit analysis was devastating. 0 drinks consumed, 1 arrest record created, permanent loss of the stolen ID she'd just handed to police as evidence. The return on investment was negative infinity. She'd have been better off ordering water. Brianna went back to work after giving a statement to police. She had other tables, other customers who needed drinks and boneless wings and weren't currently being arrested for identity theft. The shift continued. The story became legendary in food service circles. She'd recovered her stolen property by accident while serving in the restaurant industry. This is not a recommended recovery method for theft victims, but the success rate in this instance was 100%. The woman learned multiple lessons simultaneously, all compressed into one educational moment. Don't steal identification. Don't use stolen identification in public. Don't use stolen identification at restaurants. Don't use stolen identification at restaurants where the victim works. Don't order alcohol if you're actively committing a crime. Don't sit calmly when police arrive. These lessons arrived all at once and concluded with handcuffs and a mugshot, where she probably looked even more annoyed than Brianna did at the DMV. The story spread online because the irony is perfect, the stupid is complete, and the justice is instant. The thief needed ID, had acquired ID through theft, decided to use it, picked the worst possible restaurant, sat in the worst possible section, ordered from the worst possible server, achieved the worst possible outcome. Every decision was wrong. Every choice led directly to arrest. The path from "I want a margarita" to "you're under arrest" was straight, inevitable, and self-inflicted. Applebee's continued serving margaritas to people with legitimate identification. Brianna continued checking IDs with perhaps slightly more attention. The woman continued her journey through the criminal justice system facing theft charges. The driver's license was returned to its rightful owner. Justice was served faster than the Moz sticks. Your tax dollars barely had to work because the criminal did everything herself. The universe had coordinated a sting operation through pure chance and catastrophic decision-making. No planning required. No investigation needed. Just one thief, one victim, one restaurant, and timing so perfect it seemed scripted. This is what happens when you commit crime with the planning skills of someone who thinks Applebee's margaritas are worth risking arrest. The most efficient theft recovery in American dining history. 1 stolen license. 1 Applebee's, 1 cosmic coincidence, 0 drinks delivered, 100% arrest rate.